The Wilson Gymnasium looks like we are going to have an early start, so let's get it going. The Johnson Jaguars will start Ian Joshua, Ian Rizzo, Mark Anthony, Elias Isaac, and Darrell Banks. One sophomore, make that two sophomores and three seniors starting for Johnson. For Churchill, Aiden Planas, Eli Jones, Malachi Maddox, Brody Reinberger, and Connor Higgins. And we are underway with Johnson controlling the tip. Isaac to the front court, stumbles through the lane, and they will say he was pushed by Brody Reinberger. 9 seconds in, we have our first foul. Isaac accepts the inbound, gives to Mark Anthony. Rizzo in the corner, lobs to Banks, his pass deflected and stolen by Maddox. Churchill with the ball. Maddox in trouble in the backcourt, but does recover. Gives it to Jones, and then from the corner, Reinberger for a three. And Churchill has a 3-0 lead. A woman asked us before the ball game, "Are you broadcasting?" I said, "Yes, we're on the Big Game, in case that Big Game coverage happens." Says, "Oh, you're the real ones." We agree, and we thank you for the kind words. Rizzo for a three. And it counts in the foul. Rizzo a chance at a 4-point play. They call the foul on Higgins, and it was away from the shot. So that means that Johnson, after the three, will keep the basketball. If they fouled the shooter, then it'd mean a free throw, but they didn't. Rizzo thought about another three. Now he drives to the lane, misses the floater. Higgins with the rebound. 3-3 the score. Planas gives to Maddox. Maddox drives, hooks it out to Reinberger, another three-pointer. This one misses. Rebound picked up by Mark Anthony, who did a very good job maintaining his balance. He will give to Joshua. Isaac, Banks. Banks trying to drive on Jones. And Banks gets the bank shot. 5-3 Johnson with their first lead. Banks for Johnson, Jones for Churchill. Leading scorers for each team, and each is a junior. Inside to Higgins for the layup. And we're tied, this time at 5. These teams played double overtime their first meeting, won by Johnson. The rematch was won by 1 point by Churchill. And the stakes are even higher for this one. Rizzo for a three, rattles in. Rizzo has 6 in the very early going. 8-5 the score. Jones for the Chargers. Lobs to Reinberger, who finds Higgins. And then his shot is blocked by Rizzo, but he committed a foul in the process. Higgins at the line, a 57% free throw shooter, averages 5.9 points, 3 rebounds a game. Higgins will have one more. I think they're going to sub for him after the shot. If he makes it, turns out he doesn't, so no substitution yet. Jaguar basketball, Banks all the way to the hoop. And he committed the charge taken by Reinberger. Reinberger committed an early foul, but since then he's made a three-pointer and taken a charge. Masterfully done by Reinberger. And now Naz Lada has checked into the contest, replacing Higgins. Lada accepts the pass. needs help, finds Maddox. Maddox tries to send it inside to Lotta. Lotta gets it, misses the bank shot. And Anthony loses the board, and it'll be Churchill basketball. Anthony tried to get it to Isaac, but Isaac couldn't control it. Looked like Anthony was trying to inbound it. No, it's other team's ball, son. Into Lotta, his shot blocked by Banks, out of bounds off Banks, but Banks didn't even need to elevate at 6'6" to block that one. Lotta's no shrimp either. He's 6'5". Banks with the block. Planas will inbound for the Chargers. Needs to lob it to Maddox. Rizzo deflects it. Maddox couldn't quite react to it, so now he'll drive with it. The bank shot doesn't go. Anthony gets the rebound. 8-5 still, Johnson with the lead. Isaac to the front court, trying to get around Planas. Gives to a three-point shooting Joshua, and he sinks it. Ian Joshua makes it 11-5 Jaguars. Planas to Jones. I don't think Jones even has a field goal attempt yet. He averages 13 a game. Planas' pass deflected by Anthony, stolen by Banks. Anthony gets it back, continues to the hoop, makes it in. And it'll be a timeout for the Churchill Chargers as the Jaguars are on a 13-2 run and lead 13-5. We're watching high school basketball. It's a 30-second timeout. So let us consider for a moment while we have this time, is inflation hitting your home budget? Come out to Mission Open Air Market, find the biggest bargains in Texas on household items, tools, clothes, collectibles, and more. They even have a farmer's market full of the best bargains in Texas. Beat inflation every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 6 a.m. on the corner of Morrison Boulevard and Loop 410 South. We'll see you there. .427 left in the first quarter. Jaguars dominating. Jones ahead to Maddox. Gives to Planas. To Reinberger. Back to Planas. To Jones. Jones guarded by Isaac. Goes with the left hand. Misses the bank shot, but drew the foul from Isaac. Elias Isaac whistled for his first 13 foul on the Jaguars. Eli Jones, a 70% free throw shooter, averaging 13.1 points a ball game. And he has his first tally of the day. Churchill within a touchdown, and they convert the extra point. 13-7, Johnson with a two-possession lead. Isaac gives to Rizzo, thought about a three. Dribbles and gives to Anthony instead. Anthony twists his way into the lane, misses the shot, gets his own rebound off a bounce, and then puts it in. 15-7. Jones has to pick up his dribble, draws a double team, gives to Planas, ahead to Maddox. Maddox will continue to the hoop, loses the ball, recovered by Lotta. His pass is deflected and stolen by Banks. Banks outlet to Anthony. Anthony can't get the shot, but he was fouled by Planas. Anthony was a bit beyond the basket, so Planas might have been able to get away with no contact, but he is whistled for his first. 3 fouls for each side. Anthony, a 59% free throw shooter, averages 7 points a ball game. Cameron Williams, number 32 for Churchill, checks in. And Reinberger rebounds the miss. Jones to Reinberger, still in the backcourt, gives to Maddox. Maddox stolen by Joshua. Joshua gives to Rizzo, to Anthony in the corner for a three. Rebound taken in the lane by Joshua, then stolen by Williams. He gives to Jones. Jones ahead to Reinberger. Reinberger backs up, then gives inside to Maddox, misses the layup. Williams with the rebound, gives to Reinberger for a three. That's no good. Rebound in the lane for Ian Joshua. Jaguars get the stop. Give to Isaac. Tapped away by Maddox, but recovered by Rizzo, who drives to the hoop, then sends to the corner for Isaac. Isaac guarded by Williams. Hooks it to Joshua for an open three. Good. Ian Joshua has 6. 19-7. Johnson with the lead. Lotta drives, and the reverse layup is good for Naz Lotta. 19-9. Johnson's lead at 10. Johnson, no seniors in the starting 5, and they've grown up over the course of the game to be a playoff contender, course of the season. Williams all the way to the hoop. Blocking foul. Williams is headed to the line. Rizzo tried to take the charge. Not quite set. Cameron Williams, a 53% free throw shooter, averages 4.3 points a ball game. .3-0 run so far for Churchill, trying to cut into a 12-point deficit. Maddox exits the contest for Churchill. Higgins back in. Williams makes both. 19-11. Gabe Simpson and Carter Brown check in. They're both juniors, so of the 7 players who participated for Johnson, none are seniors. So that's certainly good news for Damon Liverette, the first-year head coach of the Jaguars. Brown, pass inside, deflected by Higgins, stolen by Jones. Jones gives to Reinberger, sends it inside. Williams can't handle it, stolen by Simpson. Give to Joshua, he's in the front court. Tries to drive, it's back to Banks, who bluffed the three. His shot, they're going to call traveling violation. Banks thought that given the obstruction by Jones that he could bluff that the shot was blocked, but Jones didn't touch it, so that turns it over to the Chargers. Reinberger gives to Higgins, back to Reinberger, and now Jones still in the backcourt. Lobs it to Lotta, deflected by Banks and stolen by Anthony. Outlet to Simpson. His pass is stolen by Williams and lost out of bounds. And it will be Jaguar basketball. Jaguar has been pressing. They certainly have been harassing on defense, and they forced a lot of turnovers against the Chargers. Their lead is now 8. Lotta goes to the bench for the Chargers. Jaden Falls has checked in, ball handler for the Chargers. Inbound goes to Brown, to Simpson. To Joshua in the corner. Back to Simpson. Wants to drive on Williams. And Williams takes the charge. Simpson whistled for the offensive foul. That's 2 charges taken by Chargers. But of course, 1:02 left in the first quarter. Inbound goes to Higgins. His pass is deflected by Banks. Higgins was trying to get it to Bales on kind of a hook and ladder play where Bales was on the go, but Banks disrupted it. Reinberger draws a double team, still in the backcourt, gives to Maddox. Maddox finds Williams in the corner, can't sink the three, and Banks gets the rebound. Outlet to Brown. Brown all the way to the hoop, missed it. Rebound Williams. Williams gives to the opposite corner. Reinberger guarded, or he might have tried a three. Now to Maddox. Maddox to Cameron Williams. He tries a very long 2. It doesn't go. Rebound. There's a battle for it. Higgins and Banks wrestling for it. I think when all is said and done, they're going to call a tied ball. Nope, they're going to call a foul on Higgins, which will be his second. 24.5 seconds left in the first. 2 fouls for Rizzo of Johnson, 2 fouls for Higgins of Churchill. And that was foul number 4, so Johnson will inbound. No more fouls to give on either side in this first quarter. Joshua with the basketball for the Jaguars. Loses the ball, steal by Jones. Well, they're going to say that the ball was lost because of a foul, I believe, on Jaden Fales. And that will mean free throws. Fales is whistled for his first. Ian Joshua at the line, 47%. He does have a couple of threes in this ball game, and he makes the free throw. That breaks up a 4-0 run. That lasts for a couple of minutes. Joshua makes both. 21-11, 16 left in the quarter. Fails to Maddox. To the corner for Lotta. Bounce inside to Fales. Fales lobs it out to a three-point shooting Jones, who can't get it to go. Joshua with the rebound. And at the end of the first quarter, your score is Johnson 21 and Churchill 11. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage.
It's so easy to love Pick and Pull. Why? How about the largest inventory in South Texas? How about the ease of finding your part with our interchange and real-time inventory search at pickandpullsa.com? How about an organized yard and maps to find your parts, plus a shuttle? At Pick and Pull, we make it easy to save money on the quality used auto parts you need at a price you can afford.
More to pick, less pull from your budget. Now that's Pick and Pull.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. Buy a new heating and cooling system today. Get it installed today. No payments today. Plus, for the next 25 callers, I'll take $1,000 off. Call John Wayne today.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Kusenberger as we start the second quarter. Johnson leading 21-11 over Churchill. Ball bounces off Maddox, but Fales gets it back for the Chargers. Fales trying to drive for the hoop. That'll be a foul on the floor. That could be the second on Elias Isaac. So the Chargers will give this another go. Eventually, someone needs to inbound. Jaden Fales says, oh yeah, I can do that. Bounces it into Reinberger, to the block for Maddox, and Maddox banks that one in. He's had a couple of close shots that haven't fallen. That one does for his first basket. 21-13. And they just got Fales for his second foul. Fales has 2 fouls, as does Higgins for Churchill. 2 each for Rizzo and Isaac. There's Isaac in the front court. Reinberger following him. They weave. Anthony. Isaac in the corner. Now in the lane, and he banks it in. Elias Isaac has his first points. 23-13. Isaac saves it in, and it's a steal for Darrell Banks. Banks has 2 points, but his teammates have his team in the lead. Steal inside by Jones. In the corner, Lotta draws a double team. And he will bounce it off of Anthony's leg. Banks averages 13 a ball game, and I'm not suggesting he's underachieving with only 2 points. So with Ian Joshua and Ian Rizzo combining for 14, Johnson in the lead with Banks not having to contribute in terms of scoring. Lotta dishes it back, and it is deflected by Simpson out of bounds. Now Ian Rizzo will check back in, 6 points. 2 fouls is one of the reasons that he was sitting out for a while. Carter Brown checks out for the Jaguars. Jones inbounds to Lotta, gets it back, dribbles around Anthony, and he was trying to draw a foul there. He thought that Anthony bumped him and he would get to go to the free throw line with any kind of shot, and the official right there said no contact, so out of bounds off the Chargers. Johnson basketball leading 23-13. Rizzo. Simpson. Simpson needs to get rid of it, finds Banks. Banks with the charge. Nope. That was Mark Anthony away from the ball with the foul. So, there's the moving screen by Anthony. That's his first foul. Planas to the basketball, gives to Jones in the corner, and he airmails a 3. That's Jones' first goal. 7-point. Jaguar lead. Simpson to a 3-point shooting Anthony. Short rebound for Jones. Finds Maddox. Johnson pressing once again. Jones hooks it to nobody, and Rizzo will take it. Another turnover taken by Johnson. Simpson misses the bank shot. Lotta gets the rebound. Planas hurries to the front court, gives to Reinberger. Transition 3, no good. Rebound for the Jaguars as Isaac will send it to Banks. To Rizzo in the corner. He'll try to split defenders. The shot blocked by Lotta and recovered by Reinberger. Jones to the basketball for Churchill. 5 minutes left in the half. Lotta drives in the lane, stumbles, gets to Planas. Planas' shot doesn't go in. I think it was deflected, and I think the player who deflected it, Mark Anthony, committed a foul in the process. I think there was the initial block and then contact. That's the second foul on Anthony. And that will be a timeout by the Jaguars. 30-second timeout. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage. Welcome back to Littleton Gymnasium as Aiden Planas is headed to the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter, averages 3.4 points a ball game for the Chargers. Looking for his first tally in this contest. Still looking. 23-16 the score. Churchill has a chance to pull back within 2 possessions. Johnson's had the lead up to 12. Six-point ball game. Elias Isaac. Reinberger ready to guard. Sends it into Banks. Back out to a 3-point shooting and missing Mark Anthony, but the putback goes for Banks. Banks has 4 points. 25-17 Jaguars. Jones gets to the front court, gets to Planas. Feels like you're scoring points for Churchill if they cross midcourt. Jones scores points for real. He now has 7. 25-19. Isaac gets a screen from Joshua. Reinberger gets around it. Give to Rizzo. Churchill sticking with a man defense. Joshua to Anthony. Mark Anthony driving, deflected by Maddox, but he committed a foul in the process. Maddox seems to disagree, but that will be his first foul. Johnson has 1 foul to give, Churchill 2 in this second quarter. Rizzo inbounds to Joshua, and then Joshua turned it over. Joshua with the traveling violation gives it back to Churchill, and Churchill can make this a 1-possession ball game with a 3-point play. Maddox gives to Jones, who immediately draws a double team. Now to Williams, and Williams sends it to Maddox in the front court. Out to Reinberger. To Jones. Jones driving to the block, and the finger roll is good for Eli Jones with 9 now. 25-21. Churchill outscoring Johnson 10-4 in this second quarter. Rizzo loses the ball, and when he picks it up, it'll be an over-the-back violation. Nope, it was deflected, so Johnson does keep it. Rizzo to Joshua. Joshua gives to Isaac, who drives. His shot doesn't go, but he's fouled. I thought that the ball went off Rizzo's foot, and that's why it'd be an over-the-back violation, but I did not have the perfect vantage point. Eli Jones commits the foul. And that'll send Isaac to the line, a 67% free throw shooter. Three points now for Elias Isaac. Make it 4. 6-point Johnson lead. Again, Johnson challenging the ball handling of Churchill. It's batted away from Williams by Banks. Humberto Martinez, head coach of the Churchill Chargers, looking for something from the officials. Williams splits defenders. Now Churchill can run a play or a set. Give to Eli Jones. Bounce pass to Latta. Latta, turnaround is short. His putback misses as well. Rebound Anthony gives to Joshua. Over to Isaac. Isaac drives. Blocking foul will be whistled against Cameron Williams. That is team foul number 4. That was the last foul to give, and since it's a shooting foul, it will send Isaac to the line. Dangerously close to a rim violation there. Banks will get a break as Xander Grayling checks into the contest, the 6'6 freshman, wearing 32. Tyler Davis, the 6-foot senior, number 22, is also checked in for Johnson. Isaac does make the second free throw. He's now 3 of 4 from the line. Touchdown lead for the Jaguars. Steve Ramos also checks in for the Jaguars, subbing for the shooter. Press is on again. Williams to Jones. Jones, outlet over the head of Latta and stolen by Grayling. So another turnover forced by the Johnson press. Simpson drives to the hoop. His shot blocked by Latta. Recovered by Jones. Jones sends to Reinberger. Corner 3 misses. Latta with the rebound. He gives to Maddox. Maddox drives, misses the floater. More battle for the rebound. This time, Johnson comes up with it. as Carter Brown has it. Gives to a three-point shooting and a missing Steve Ramos. And the ball is out of bounds. Well, they're going to call a foul. Cameron Williams is whistled for his second. It's bonus time, so Carter Brown, who is 9 of 17 from the line this year, he is at the free throw line. So make it 10 of 18. 56% free throw shooter. Brown gets his first point. 9-point lead for Johnson. The lead had shrunk to 4. .40 run for Johnson, all at the line. Make it 5-0. 9-point lead, press on again. Fails to Jones, to Maddox, to Reinberger, who sends it to Higgins. Higgins misses. And that was a late whistle on contact that I saw. Xander Grayling will be whistled for the foul, and I think the call was correct, just a little bit of a delay there, as it will send Higgins to the line, where he is 0 for 2. He has his third point of the ball game now. Back to a touchdown lead for Johnson. 1:32 left in the half. Simpson gives to Davis. Back to Simpson. Simpson on the dribble. Draws a double team. Sends to the corner. Three-pointer missed by Brown. Putback doesn't go. And rebound goes to Maddox. Maddox bounces it ahead. Higgins can't catch up with it. Well, there's a side effect of the press by the Jaguars as the Chargers tried to break the press and ended up turning over. Davis, ball in the corner for Simpson. Simpson, is shot blocked by Jones. Outlet to Fales. Fales moves his way to the hoop and lays it in. Jaden Fales has his first points. 5-point Johnson lead with 46 left in the quarter. Second quarter lead for the Jaguars. Simpson gets it from Brown. Starts a dribble. Gives it to Brown. Brown bluffs the three. Maddox guarding. Give to Simpson. 31 left. Simpson looking for teammates. Gives to Grayling. Grayling with the hook shot. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Grayling gets it. Has to hurry with it to avoid the 3-second violation. And does get the basket. 7-point lead with 12 left in the half. Fails all the way to the hoop. Gives to Higgins. Higgins battles to shoot. Misses. Trying to get a putback. And he is... what's the call here? I think they're working it out. 3.6 left in the half. This would be team foul number 5. They call Grayling for his second. At the line is Higgins, a 57% free throw shooter, 2 for 4 from the line today. 3.6 seconds left in the half, and Higgins misses the first. Still a chance to make this a 2-possession ball game. Johnson does have the possession arrow for the second half. Higgins misses both. Simpson with the rebound. Half-court shot. Ooh! Almost goes, but it doesn't. And at intermission, your score is Johnson 32 and Churchill 25. Stay tuned for the Fred Loy Insurance Halftime Show. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage.
The savings keep adding up for Fred Loya customers in Texas. In recent months, people who switched from Geico, Allstate, and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance saved over $1,700 a year. State Farm customers saved over $1,300 a year. Include the savings of Fred Loya customers from multiple states, and that's a combined savings of over $1.1 million a year. Start paying less for your car insurance. Call or visit fredloya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. Buy a new heating and cooling system today, get it installed today, and make no payments today. Plus, for the next 25 callers, I'll take $1,000 off. Call John Wayne today.
Have you been looking for a computer and electronics store that's right for you? Altex Computers and Electronics has been serving businesses and consumers for over 30 years. Altex has aisles and aisles of computer systems, laptops, network accessories, surveillance equipment, and thousands of cables and connectors. From computer upgrades and repair, complete system and network design and installation, Altex gives great customer service before and after the sale. Altex Computers and Electronics, your total technology store. Locations throughout Texas and ALTEX.com.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. Buy a new heating and cooling system today, get it installed today, and make no payments today. Plus, for the next 25 callers, I'll take $1,000 off. Call John Wayne today.
The savings keep adding up for Fred Loya customers in Texas. In recent months, people who switched from Geico, Allstate, and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance saved over $1,700 a year. State Farm customers saved over $1,300 a year. Include the savings of Fred Loya customers from multiple states, and that's a combined savings of over $1.1 million a year. Start paying less for your car insurance. Call or visit fredloya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
I'm Oscar Cardenas. In football, we fight hard to make it happen. That's what makes us winners.
18-wheeler or company vehicle wreck injury put you on the sidelines?
Get a winner to fight for you. A lawyer with grit and determination who will not stop until you get justice and all the money you deserve. And that's Wainwright Injury Lawyers, so don't wait, call 8.
Call Wainwright Injury Lawyers, 888-8888 now.
Want to win? You know who to call. That's right, Wainwright.
Respect. Justice. Demand it. Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
Have you been looking for a computer and electronics store that's right for you? Altex Computers and Electronics has been serving businesses and consumers for over 30 years. Altex has aisles and aisles of computer systems, laptops, network accessories, surveillance equipment, and thousands of cables and connectors. From computer upgrades and repair to complete system and network design and installation, Altex gives great customer service before and after the sale. Altex Computers and Electronics, your total technology store. Locations throughout Texas and ALTEX.com.
Welcome back to Littleton Gymnasium. I'm Mark Husenberger. Thank you very much for joining us. Michael Sorrow and crew are directing tonight. Angel Avilas and Ava Aguilar are operating cameras. 32-25, Churchill with the lead over Johnson with the lead over the Churchill Chargers. We had an earlier game that broke a tie in the district with the Lee Volunteers defeating Madison 58-36. Lee goes to the playoffs. Madison's season concludes. Churchill and Johnson came into this ball game with 14 wins, 18 losses on the year, 9 wins and 7 losses in district play. The winner will join Lee in the postseason along with district champion Reagan and runner-up Clark. Third and fourth will then be sorted out from there, and that's when we'll find out who will be playing the district champions of 27-6A, the New Braunfels Unicorns, and the runners-up in District 27-6A, the Clemens Buffaloes. Let's go over the scoring for this one. For the Johnson Jaguars, they are led by Ian Joshua, who had 8 points all in the first quarter. A couple of threes and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Ian Rizzo has 6 points on a pair of first quarter threes. Steve Ramos did not score. Mark Anthony has 5 points. He is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Elias Isaac has 5 points. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Gabe Simpson did not score. Carter Brown is 2 for 2 from the free throw line for his 2 points. Darrell Banks has 4 points, and Xander Grayling has 2 points. For the Churchill Chargers, Aiden Planas has 1 point, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jaden Fales has 2 points. Eli Jones has a game-high 9 points, 7 of them in the second quarter. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line, has a second quarter 3. Cameron Williams has 2 points. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Malachi Maddox has 2 points. Brody Reinberger has 3 points. He scored the first basket of the game on a three-pointer. Connor Higgins has 4 points. He's 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Naz Lada has 2 points for the Churchill Chargers. We do have other action going around Texas Sports Productions as Esteban Serrano is at Veterans Memorial High School, where the East Central Hornets are playing the Steel Knights. The winner goes to the playoffs and will take on the Reagan Rattlers. And also Bobby Stotzenberger is in Yoakum, where the Bernie Lady Greyhounds are taking on Iowa Colony for a berth in the third round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for our Fred Loy Insurance halftime show. We thank you for joining us, and stick around for the second half. Keep in mind that when these teams met on December the 15th, the game went to double overtime with Johnson winning 66-63. And then the rematch was a 1-point win for the Churchill Chargers, 70-69. So the fun has barely begun here at Littleton Gymnasium. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage.
Don't want that old car but don't know what to do? Call Pick and Pull and turn that old car into cash. We buy more because we pay more, running or not, and we'll pick it up free. Pick and Pull has the largest inventory in South Texas with over 4,500 parts cars, so we need to buy. Go to pickandpullsa.com for more details. Pick and Pull. We buy more because we pay more.
More to pick, less pull from your budget. Now that's Pick and Pull.
The Lind Company of San Antonio is about creating an amazing living experience for their residents. An experience that isn't perfectly described with words, but is felt the minute you walk through their doors. They strive to maintain an environment where memories are built and life happens. Their team applies advanced education and real-world experience to provide excellent real estate services in acquisitions, asset management, development, and investment. Learn more at lynd.com. Lind, your home, our passion.
For all your business and personal banking needs, Schertz Bank & Trust is your community bank of choice to fit your needs and lifestyle. All the modern conveniences of big national banks, but with friendly, personalized service. At Schertz Bank & Trust, you are not just a number, but a valued customer that will be treated with respect. Learn the variety of loan and deposit account options online at SchertzBank.com. Schertz Bank & Trust, strong and stable since 1913.
Welcome back to Jimmy Littleton Gymnasium on the Blossom Athletic Center. Getting ready for the second half. Johnson leading Churchill 32-25. Playoff berth on the line for each of these teams. The Johnson Jaguars have made the playoffs 10 years in a row and are trying to make it 11. Churchill last made the playoffs in 2018. They are trying to break that drought. Churchill starts 4 seniors. The lone junior in their starting lineup is Eli Jones. Only one senior has played for Johnson. That's Tyler Davis in a brief appearance. Jaguars with the basketball. Rizzo to Joshua. Planas guarding. Back to Rizzo. Now Mark Anthony. Anthony, a 6'6 sophomore, gives to Rizzo. He drives the hoop. His shot batted out of bounds by Eli Jones. Connor Higgins was the starter, but he's not in the ballgame. Naz Lada is at 6'5. Banks makes the bank shot. But of course, 6 for Darrell Banks. 9-point Johnson lead. From the corner, Reinberger for a 3. It's good. Reinberger has his first field goal since the initial score of the ball game. 34-28. Banks on the block, and he loses it out of, but it was deflected by Jones. So the Jaguars will take it in their front court with Rizzo sending it in. Stolen by Planas. Gives to Reinberger. And now Jones driving. Dish back to Reinberger to Jones. Jones drives. Pulls up for a three-pointer. Misses it. Planas bats the rebound to Lotta. Planas was stepping on the baseline. So that turns it over to Johnson. This opportunity for the Chargers. 6-point lead for Johnson. Elias Isaac with the basketball. Dish back to Anthony. Joshua loses the ball. Maddox with the steal, looking for help. Takes it coast to coast. Malachi Maddox with the charge. Taken by Rizzo. Another scoring opportunity lost to the Chargers. Ian Rizzo, looks like he's giving up about 30 pounds to Maddox, takes the charge. Isaac with the basketball for Johnson. 34-28 remains the score. 6:19 left in the third. Anthony to Isaac. Rizzo to the corner. Joshua to Rizzo to Isaac. Isaac drives. Dish back to Anthony. Anthony tries to get around Lotta. Lotta blocks the shot, and it's out of bounds off Anthony. Another stop for the Chargers. Another chance to make this a one-possession ball game with a three-point. And here's the press again for the Jaguars. Planas gives to Jones. Jones draws a double team, gets it to Planas. Planas to the front court. To Reinberger and back to Planas. To Maddox. Sips at the corner. Lotta for a three. Off the iron. And the rebound pulled down by Banks. Outlet to Rizzo. Rizzo thought about a transition three. Gives to the trailer Anthony instead. He misses. Planas fouls for the board. And he's bumped by Rizzo. That's foul number 3 on Rizzo. Churchill's gotten a few stops to give themselves a shot to pull within one possession, but haven't converted the score yet. Maddox to Lotta. Lotta drives to the block, misses the bank shot, lost out of bounds by Anthony. It'll remain Churchill basketball. The starting lineup is interesting for Johnson because they have 3 first name, last names involved. Joshua, Anthony, and Isaac could all pass for first names. They happen to be last names of those players. Reinberger inbounds to Jones. Eli Jones gets the corner. Reinberger for 3. Good. Reinberger has 9, and Churchill is within 3. 34-31. Isaac, Reinberger guarding, gives to Rizzo. To Banks. Jones guarding. This back out to a three-point shooting Isaac. Battle for the rebound. Banks comes up with it, sends it to Rizzo. With Maddox guarding, Rizzo will back up with it. 4:44 left in the third. 3-point Jaguar lead. Rizzo looks for a screen from Anthony. Gives to Joshua. Joshua drives, loses the ball. It is out of bounds off Planas. Check that. Reinberger, who went to the floor trying to take a charge. You'll see the ball was lost before the contact, but it went out off Reinberger. Banks drives, and he'll head to the line. Eli Jones is whistled for his second. Darrell Banks, a 79% free throw shooter, will get his first free throw attempt of the day, 6 points. Plenty of airtime on that one, and it goes in. Back to a 2-possession lead for Johnson at 35-31. Banks averages 13 points a ball game. He has 7 in this contest. 5-point Jaguar lead. Banks with a steal. Then Isaac wrestles it away from his teammate, loses it out of bounds. It is off of the Chargers. That press for Johnson has given Churchill problems throughout this ball game. There you see Banks losing the ball on his way to the hoop. Anthony, open from 15 feet. Can't get it to go. Rebound Jones. Chargers again a chance to pull within one possession with a field goal. Planas to Jones, still in the backcourt. Now Jones accelerates and is batted by Anthony. Reinberger was open for a 3, but with Anthony's disruption, the Chargers will have to inbound. Reinberger finds Lotta, who gives it back to Reinberger. He's guarded, so the give goes to Maddox. Maddox spins his way to the block, misses the layup. Rebound Rizzo. Rizzo running to the front court. Sends it. The ball rotates to Banks. Banks jukes the defender, goes to the hoop, and lays it in. 6 for the quarter for Darrell Banks. He's back to a touchdown lead for Johnson at 38-31. Lotta drives to the hoop, and he lays it in. 4 for Naz Lotta. 38-33. Rizzo for 3. Jones with the board. Churchill again a chance to pull within a single possession. Lanas ahead to Maddox. To Lotta, he drives, twists and turns, misses the layup. Rebound eventually goes to Rizzo. Rizzo runs the break, gives to Banks. Banks driving for the hoop, his shot blocked by Jones, but they'll whistle Jones for a foul. And I'm not sure about that one, but that's definitely going to be called. The 3rd foul on Eli Jones. Banks is back to the line. Banks 2 of 4 from the line on Wednesday. Now Simpson and Brown check in for the Jaguars. Jaden Fales is going to check in for the Chargers. Eli Jones will get a rest. Jones with 3 fouls. Ian Rizzo has 3 fouls for Johnson. Banks misses both. Fales gets the rebound. Gives to Planas. Planas to Reinberger for a 3. No good. Joshua with the rebound. And they will call a tied ball with a possession arrow pointing to Churchill. Churchill still with a chance to pull within a single possession. They were within 3 at 34-31. It's now 38-33. Reinberger again to inbound. Gives it to Lotta, or wanted to. Planas ends up with it, and he gives to Lotta. Now it's passed to Planas. Now it's passed to Maddox, to Fales. Fales guarded by Simpson. About 4 inches of height difference there. Fales drives. I think they're going to get Simpson for a reach-in. That'll be the 2nd foul on Simpson. First was a charge. 3 team fouls for Churchill, 2 for Johnson in this 3rd quarter. 2:17 left in the 3rd. Planas will inbound this time. Needs some time and finds Maddox. Gives to Planas. Planas guarded by Tyler Davis. Reinberger, Lotta. Bounces it to Maddox. Maddox in the lane, misses, rebound Banks. Johnson gets the stop. He goes to Tyler Davis and now to Rizzo. Rizzo ahead. Now Banks with it, trying to get around Lotta. Traveling violation. Lotta effectively stuffs Banks and forces the turnover. Now the Chargers have it back. Reinberger will inbound. And the press is on again. Fales to Planas, back to Fales, and Planas still in the backcourt. Churchill's going to have to hurry. They do get it to Fales. Fales drives all the way to the hoop, tries to bounce it to Higgins, and Reinberger will save it to Planas. Planas' shot blocked by Banks and recovered by Banks. Great defense by the Jaguars. Now Higgins knocks it away, and Reinberger has it. Reinberger at the top of the key. Defense is there. Give to Planas. Over to Lotta for a three. Air ball. Rebound Simpson. Outlet to Rizzo, open under the hoop. And Rizzo lays it in for points 7 and 8. Again, a touchdown lead for Johnson at 40-33. Fails. Gives to Reinberger. Open three-pointer. No good. Rebound Planas, but stolen by Simpson. Another outlet to Rizzo. And Rizzo will get another easy layup. 9-point Jaguar lead with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Planas. Fails. Reinberger, Planas. Now his pass to Lotta is stolen. Now Simpson has it. Ahead to Banks. Banks. Zips it to Rizzo. He'll try a three. This one will be a team rebound for Churchill with 19.6 seconds left in the quarter. A couple of transition baskets for Rizzo have built Johnson's lead to 42-33. Rizzo limping there, but he stays in the game. Fails, splits a double team, gets to Planas. Now back to Fails. Fails to the front court. Ahead to Higgins. Higgins lays it in the foul. 6 for Connor Higgins. Churchill back within a touchdown. Ian Rizzo is whistled for his 4th. And the free throw is good for Higgins. 2-possession lead for Johnson. Rizzo back to Anthony. Anthony gets it away in time, but it doesn't fall. After 3 quarters, Johnson 42 and Churchill 36. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage. Welcome back to Littleton Gymnasium. We have our report from Veterans Memorial High School. The East Central Hornets have earned spot number 4 in the playoffs in 27-6A, so it'll be East Central Reagan in the first round of the playoffs. Clark will play Judson here at Blotsam on the 17th. Then there's who will Lee play, and who will the 4th team be in 28-6A. Johnson in that quest leads Churchill 42-36 as we start the 4th. Isaac loses the ball. Jones with the steal. Jones trying to push tempo. Gives to Maddox. Maddox to the hoop, loses the ball. It's recovered by Anthony. Anthony trying to run the break. Ahead to Simpson. Simpson misses, but the bank is good for Anthony. His first points of the second half. 8-point Jaguar lead. Chargers again dealing with the press. Jones to the front court, followed by Simpson. Jones in trouble, and Simpson fouled him. That'll be foul number 3. Rizzo 4 fouls for Johnson, Simpson 3. Maddox with the basketball. Gives to Planas. Planas to Reinberger for a 3. That's good. Reinberger had gone cold from 3, but he now has 12 points. Johnson's lead is at 5, 44-39. They played double overtime. They've had a 1-point ball game this year. Johnson won in overtime. Churchill won the 1-point margin. 3-pointer is missed. Rebound saved into Brown by Davis. Isaac in the corner, guarded by Reinberger. He'll drive, spins, gives inside to Brown. His shot missed. Rebound for Davis. Gives to Anthony. Brown misses. Rebound for Maddox. Churchill gets the stop after several offensive boards by Johnson. Lotta gives to Reinberger. He would. Reinberger has to save it to Planas and gets it back, and now to Planas. Transition opportunity lost for Johnson. NBA 3 for Jones is an air ball, and Lotta can't recover it. Johnson basketball. Johnson's tempo seems to have Churchill off balance from time to time in this game. Simpson with the basketball for the Jaguars. Under 6 remaining. He fails his whistle. That'll be his third. Simpson will inbound. Took up football as a little extra thing to do and ended up being one of the top receivers in 28-6A. He'll have Ty Hawkins at quarterback. Isaac draws a double team, then dishes to Simpson. Simpson wants to drive on Maddox. Tries to split defenders, has trouble with the ball, and Jones blocks it out of bounds. Bales limping out of the ball game. He is replaced by Cameron Williams. Simpson sends it into Anthony. Anthony drives to the hoop and drew contact. That's the second team foul of the quarter. Nas Lotta is whistled. That's his first foul. It sends Mark Anthony to the line, a 59% free throw shooter, 1 for 2 in this ball game. 7 points for the contest. Make it 8. And now Simpson has a chance to make this a 3-possession ball game as Darrell Banks checks back into the contest. Rebound Lotta. Williams with Anthony ready to guard. Williams got a bump from Anthony. That'll be Anthony's third. 2 team fouls each in this fourth quarter for Churchill and Johnson. Churchill again trying to pull within a single possession. Jones with Simpson right there. Gives to Maddox. Reinberger, he pulls up for a 3. Falls, no foul called. Maddox does get the rebound, sends it into Jones, and Jones lays it in. Eli Jones has 11. That's his first basket of the second half. 4-point Jaguar lead. 4:50 remaining. Isaac drives, sends to Anthony. Now Davis to Simpson to Banks. Banks loses the ball. Tapped by Jones. Reinberger the steal. Ahead to Jones. Jones for the lay-in. Eli Jones has 13. It's a 2-point ball game. The timeout taken on the floor with 4:32 left. Full timeout. We're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Big car wreck, you need a big win.
You know who to call. That's Wainwright Injury Lawyers, so don't wait, call 8.
Wainwright Lawyers, fights to win.
Get a champion. Wainwright. Injured people need the most money possible.
Most money possible, Wainwright's all in.
Get a winning team, Wainwright.
Don't wait, call 8.
888-8888. You need real money. Get Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
The Linda Company of San Antonio is about creating an amazing living experience for their residents. An experience that isn't perfectly described with words, but is felt the minute you walk through their doors. They strive to maintain an environment where memories are built and life happens. Their team applies advanced education and real-world experience to provide excellent real estate services in acquisitions, asset management, development, and investment. Learn more at lynd.com. Lind, your home, our passion.
Churchill's only lead of the ball game was 3-0. Game was tied at 3, tied at 5. Since then, Alt Johnson, but the lead for the Jaguars has shrunk to 45-43 with 4:32 left in the fourth quarter. Each of their 2 previous meetings this year went down to the wire and even beyond in the double overtime game. Elias Isaac, as the Jaguars have most of the starters on the floor. Gabe Simpson is in the ball game. He's one of the bench players. He has the ball. He loses it. And it's Churchill basketball with a chance to tie with a 2-point play. Is Charger basketball. Jones hooks it to Lotta. Gives to Maddox. Back to Lotta on the give and go. Layup misses. Battle for the rebound. Jones wrestled away by Anthony, and then they will whistle to the Chargers for a foul. And I believe they got Maddox. Now they whistled Jones. That's his 4th. Jones is the leading scorer for the Chargers, so he'll probably have to stay out there. So make a vulnerability on defense. And Jones usually guards Banks, the prolific scorer for the Jaguars. 2-point lead for Johnson. They have the basketball. Isaac to Joshua. Guarded by Williams. Now it's Simpson to Banks. Over to Joshua, open for a 3, good. Ian Joshua now has his 11. That's his first score since the first quarter. It's a 5-point Jaguar lead. Underneath, it's a layup for Cameron Williams. He now has 4. 3-point Jaguar lead. Simpson gives to Joshua. Back to Banks. He'll try a 3. Rebound. They call it Johnson basketball. I think that is out off of Lotta, I believe. But it's definitely out of the Chargers. Johnson basketball with 2:45 left. Inbound goes to Banks. Simpson gets it back. He'll try a 3. Air ball. Rebound Anthony. Anthony drives. His shot blocked. Recovered by Simpson. Simpson again. Missed the bank shot. Jones with the rebound. And then he's fouled. That's team foul number 3. Each team has one more foul to give. Darrell Banks is whistled for his 2nd. Churchill can tie with a 3. Williams will run the point. Guarded by Joshua. Give to Jones, who loses it out of bounds. Simpson will inbound for the Jaguars. 2:16 left in the fourth. Isaac gives to Joshua. Joshua to Banks. Jones guarding Banks. It goes to Joshua, and Johnson will take a timeout. Each team will have 3 remaining. They take a full timeout. And now, it's time for that question. Is inflation hitting your home budget? Well, what if it's not? You can still enjoy going to the Mission Open Air Market. And there you can find the biggest bargains in Texas on household items, tools, clothes, collectibles, and more. They even have a farmer's market full of the best bargains in Texas. Beat inflation every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting at 6 a.m. on the corner of Morrison Boulevard and Loop 410 South. We'll see you there. Johnson has outscored Churchill. Check that. Churchill has outscored Johnson 9-6 in the fourth quarter to pull within 3. Johnson's gotten many key stops when they need them. There's some signs of fatigue on both sides in terms of the passing and the ball handling. Johnson spent about 3 quarters pressing almost every possession for Churchill. They backed away from that recently. The foul situation, Ian Rizzo has 4 fouls for Johnson. Eli Jones has 4 fouls for Churchill. Each team has a foul to give in this fourth quarter. Isaac trying to get around Reinberger. Sends to Banks. Out to Anthony. Lotta guarding. Anthony finds Isaac. 12 consumed on this possession so far. Give goes to Banks. Maddox guarding. That's a switch with Jones in foul trouble. Driving for the hoop is Anthony, and his shot is obstructed by a foul on Naz Lotta. That's the last foul to give. And that will be a shooting foul. Mark Anthony at the line, 2 for 4. Makes the first. 4-point ball game. One more attempt coming. Crucial free throw for Anthony makes it a 5-point ball game, 50-45. Fails. Was bumped by Joshua. That's going to be a bonus foul, I believe. Well, that's team foul number 4. Pretty quick signal there. So now it's a bonus each way. Dales with the basketball. Now Jones drives to the hoop and lays it in. 15 for Eli Jones. 50-47. Isaac to Joshua. Gives to Darrell Banks. Out of bounds by Jones with 1:01 remaining. 3-point ball game. 50-47. The winner goes to the playoffs. The loser's season concludes. Isaac trying to get around Reinberger. Now gives to Joshua. To Anthony. To Banks. Now it's Anthony. Draws a double team. Does get it to Banks. Jones guarding. Now to Isaac as the Jaguars play ball control. Banks trying to back down Jones. And banks it high off the glass. He had 4 foul Jones. Three-pointer missed by Lotta. Rebound for Mark Anthony. And then I believe they'll get fails, which will send the Jaguars to the line. That's the 4th foul on fails. 12 seconds remaining. The Johnson Jaguars closing in on a playoff berth. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. Another big free throw for Mark Anthony. He has 11 points, 5 of them from the line. Has a chance to make this a 3-possession ball game, which would come very close to icing it. He doesn't. Touchdown lead with 10 seconds remaining. Eli Jones all the way to the hoop. Lays it in, and Churchill will take a timeout with the season on the line. 54-49 with 4 seconds remaining. Well, it's definitely not going to be easy for the Churchill Chargers. Quick basket, quick foul, quick basket to try to force overtime. And they'll be counting on missed free throws for the Jaguars. The Johnson Jaguars trying to punch a ticket to the playoffs for the 11th consecutive year. Churchill trying to break a drought that goes back to 2018, their last playoff berth. Back in the Brad Lacey era. They lost to Westlake in the first round that year. 2016, Churchill lost to New Braunfels in the first round. Johnson last won a playoff game in 2021. They went to the 3rd round that year under Jay Keller, their original head coach. Johnson lost to Steele last year in the first round, lost to Wagner 2 years ago in the first round. Should Johnson advance, they would get either New Braunfels or Clemens in the first round. Looks like time has been, well, they're trying to put time back on the clock, I believe. It's showing only half a second left, but it's more like 4 seconds. So that's what the delay is. We're going to call it 5 seconds remaining. Rizzo will inbound. Finds Banks. He is quickly fouled. Well, that was a big part of the success right there for the Jaguars, getting the inbound. They had 3 timeouts to use as well if they had trouble getting it in. And now Banks is headed to the free throw line. He's 2 of 4 from the line. Overall, a 79% free throw shooter. Banks misses the first. Not ideal for the Jaguars, but very likely academic at this point, given the time remaining. Banks does end up missing both, but the Chargers will resign themselves to the end of their season. The Johnson Jaguars take over in the first quarter, outscoring the Chargers 21-11, and go on to a 54-49 victory. The Johnson Jaguars are headed to the playoffs. The Churchill Chargers see their season come to a close. Stay tuned for our post-game show after these messages. We'll name our John Wayne Player of the Game. You're watching high school basketball presented by John Wayne Service Company on Big Game Coverage.
Don't want that old car but don't know what to do? Call Pick and Pull and turn that old car into cash. We buy more because we pay more, running or not, and we'll pick it up free. Pick and Pull has the largest inventory in South Texas with over 4,500 parts cars, so we need to buy. Go to pickandpullsa.com for more details. Pick and Pull. We buy more because we pay more.
More to pick, less pull from your budget. Now that's Pick and Pull.
The Lind Company of San Antonio is about creating an amazing living experience for their residents. An experience that isn't perfectly described with words, but is felt the minute you walk through their doors. They strive to maintain an environment where memories are built and life happens. Their team applies advanced education and real-world experience to provide excellent real estate services in acquisitions, asset management, development, and investment. Learn more at lynd.com. Lind, your home, our passion.
For all your business and personal banking needs, Schertz Bank & Trust is your community bank of choice to fit your needs and lifestyle. All the modern conveniences of big national banks, but with friendly, personalized service. At Schertz Bank & Trust, you are not just a number, but a valued customer that will be treated with respect. Learn the variety of loan and deposit account options online at SchertzBank.com. Schertz Bank & Trust, strong and stable since 1913.
Quality. Here at John Wayne, it's not just a word, it's our foundation. From the people we employ, to the service that's provided, to the equipment that we design and install, quality matters. For nearly 20 years, providing quality Texas comfort to the San Antonio area communities has been our highest priority. Buy a new heating and cooling system today, get it installed today, and make no payments today. Plus, for the next 25 callers, I'll take $1,000 off. Call John Wayne today.
The final score is Johnson 49, make it Johnson 54 and Churchill 49 as the Jaguars head to the postseason. They are 15-18 on the year, 10-7 in district play. Churchill concludes their season at 14-19 overall, 9-8 in district play. Lee and Johnson punch their tickets to the playoffs with their action today, and they will take on New Braunfels and Clemens in a combination to be determined. That'll be a first-round playoff matchup. Our player of the game for the Johnson Jaguars is sophomore Mark Anthony, who was tied for the team lead with 12 points. He also hit a lot of crucial free throws. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter as Churchill was closing the gap and trying to get back in the ball game. Mark Anthony, a key contributor, the 6'6 sophomore, is our John Wayne player of the game. Helping out Mark Anthony for the scoring was Daryl Banks. He also had 12 points. Xander Grayling finished with 2. Carter Brown had 2. Elias Isaac had 5. And Ian Rizzo had 10. And Ian Joshua had 11. This is another case of a bunch of scores bunched up together. 4 players scored anywhere from 10 to 12 points. Also participating for the Jaguars were Steve Ramos and Gabe Simpson. For the Churchill Chargers, Eli Jones led them with 15 points. In fact, he led all scorers. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had a second quarter 3. Aiden Planas had 1 point. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jaden Fales had 2 points. Cameron Williams had 4 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Malachi Maddox finished with 2 points. Brody Reinberger finished with 12 points on 4 3-pointers. Connor Higgins finished with 7 points. And Naz Lada finished with 4 points. Well, that'll do it for us here. We're going to be busy early next week, but this is basketball playoffs, so we have a lot of sorting out to do to figure out what exactly we will be bringing you, but we will be looking around for third-round girls basketball playoff action, first-round boys basketball playoff action. The TAPS playoffs begin next week as well, so we'll be looking for matchups there to keep games out there for you to enjoy on the airwaves. Sorry we couldn't bring you Wagner versus Burbank, which is coming up, but you may stick around to watch a little bit of that for our own entertainment. I'd like to thank our crew on this one, Michael Sorrow and Ashley Myers, On the directing side, Eva Aguilar and Angel Aviles with the camera work. Your final scores once again. Lee defeats Madison 58-36. Johnson defeats Churchill 54-49. Lee and Johnson advance to the postseason. I'm Mark Kusenberger. You're watching Texas Sports Productions. Good night, everyone.